Okay. So when you started the project, how many artists did you contact? It was the concept that you contacted some in your network, and then they had to recommend 3 other artists. So how many did you start with? How did the numbers that you have now? Now you have a lot of different countries. There is a lot to go around. It's so wide right now on your website. But how many did you start with, and how did it grow so fast? I mean, was it a fast process?
I mean, collecting the post has taken a lot of time because it's quite a demanding text to write and collect images and so on. So it really is quite a lot of work for people to make a post. So the post has been taking quite a lot of time to collect, and it's still a lot of work to collect them.
Because it's a project that keeps on growing.
Yeah, I mean, it's a constant development of, and hopefully at one point, if we ever find the money, we would like to create the biannual or a big event, a physical event that is then co-curated by maybe 100 curators. So a curator from Zimbabwe.
And that will clash.
Yeah, that will clash.
And that's interesting.
Yeah.
Because supposedly everything should be doing with the same vision inside, but I don't think that has to hold true.
No.
I think like an international attitude for a platform comes from having an interest in the idea that we have our own home, our own roots, but out there's also different homes and different roots, and the variety that's amazing. But then when push comes to shove, it seems as though the expectation is that everything should be relatively uniform, and that there's a sort of strange friction between the two. Like this, and I think that will come. They'll become very visible if you can literally put it next to each other and see, like, well, this is the offer, what the world has to offer at the moment.
Yeah.
And hopefully it'll be very refreshing in that sense.
So you were talking a bit about fundings. So you were talking earlier about how you guys got started, and there was a big push in the cultural, like how you got a lot of funding from the start. But now the future.
Well, not the naked.
No.
But there was a shift in the politics of the city of The Hague, and another organization got a new director who was very, very strong. Arne van Roosmalen also created a very interesting scene at that moment.
Okay.
Well, The Naked got funding by an organization called Strom to develop the website, and for the rest we all worked voluntarily for this. We had a little bit of money to pay one girl to collect posts and to keep the website a bit updated.
Yeah.
But still, we had an amazing amount of money to be able to pull this off. And that's not that easy to find, of course.
Yeah.
And it's a long process, and the more you think about it, the more you research you do, the more complicated it gets. The first time we were doing the show in Marrakesh Biennial, we got all these videos, and I looked at them for the first time. I thought, some of them were just bad. And then suddenly we showed all this work in Marrakesh, and then I understood that they were so much better after the second time I saw them in the context. We were showing them, because then I understood why, the kind of function it has, and that was an amazing effect. Or this girl that the performance was also a big understanding of something. We also showed a work, we deliberately chose quite a complicated work from a Dutch, The Hague-based artist called Ton Sutler, which is 2 chairs and a Coke can on it. And we built a small platform for it, so it was like a traditional, little platform, and art on top of it. But it was just 2 random chairs and then a Coke can on one of them. And even the professionals that comes to Marrakesh couldn't see it as contemporary art. One of the guards would sit on the chairs quite often. But more interesting was that the context there, because there was no white spaces. They don't have, a white cube. It's not
the tradition that they have.
No, they don't have that. No. But even the professionals there, because of the context, couldn't see it really as a work. I'm sure that some saw it as work, but a lot of people missed it as an artwork. And that, yeah, again, it becomes so complicated to understand all this.
Yeah. But you were talking about now that you wanted to do in the future, that would be like the goal to make that. How would you get around those issues of people coming and not being in the context of the local scene that the art spaces are in?
I have no idea.
No, that will be the...
Yeah, that's going to be the challenge of seeing...
I think that'll be exactly the contrast that will become visible and maybe even be part of the point.
Yeah.
To show that there is no consensus, that there shouldn't have to be.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it would be incredibly fascinating having whatever 80 artists from really all over the world spending 2 months together producing works, building the walls. I mean, we won't ever have a budget where we ship big sculptures from Tanzania to The Hague. So just having an amazing amount of people together from all over the world, creating works together, building walls and cooking the food.
Yeah.
And in that way, we want to create a venue that is truly artist-run, kind of from the mentality from artist-run. Yeah.
That sounds really exciting. Hopefully.
Yeah.
So, but we're at supermarket now.
Yeah.
And what did you bring to your booth here at supermarket? What are you exhibiting? No.
So The Naked doesn't have a booth.
No.
It's I'm from part of 1646.
Yeah.
And we're showing an artist called Shannon Moulton. She's an American artist that we did a show with in October. And I thought it was just a fantastic show. We did it at home in The Hague.
Yeah.
And thought that this would be a nice work to bring to supermarket. As we, I mean, it's difficult. We don't represent any artists.
No.
Of course, you just pick something that, well, you think this could be an interesting setting in an art fair. You have quite a lot of artist-run spaces that come and promote themselves, for example, and they show their own work. And 626 is, we don't show our own work. We try to show what we find very relevant to be shared today.
Okay. Yes.
And I think Pamphlet magazine is also an online magazine.
Yeah.
So I'm here to do a talk on cultural exchange. Basically, what we're speaking about these sort of existing expectations of certain areas and certain underrepresented areas in the art world, and that I think that comes from the work we do with The Naked, to talk about that and have a discussion afterwards, which I think will be very interesting.
And when is that talk?
That's tomorrow, Saturday at 2 o'clock.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we encourage people to come there and listen to the talk and to participate in the debate.
Yeah, please.
And if you wanted to go and check out The Naked's website, it's called thenaked.nl. Yes, okay. But thank you so much for the talk.
Thank you. Thanks.
Yeah.